Hello and welcome to another week of Sambo iRacing. We're back in the Toyota GR86 at Lime Rock Park, West Bend Chicane. This is the fixed setup car and it should be a lot of fun this week. There's not a great amount of technical corners on this track, so it should make for an awful lot of close racing. If you are new to my channel, what we do is we do a hot lap and then I do a slightly more detailed breakdown lap, and then we're back in the car final time with the driving line on for you guys that want it. Right, let's start this guide. Okay, let's start. So over on the left hand side, looking for just before the 1 marker, we're going to brake and we're going to trail it off, dropping it down to 4th, down to 3rd, getting back on the gas, over to the right hand side, little dab of the brakes as we come into here, dropping it down to 2nd gear, back on the gas nice and early again, using the contours of the track to turn round there, up to 4th. Just going to be a lift here, so over to the left hand side, kiss this curbing, straighten her up, over the jump, back onto the track so you don't get the off track. Now to the tricky chicane, we're going to trail it off all the way down, 2nd to 1st gear, getting back on the gas nice and early, keeping hold of it. Over to the left hand side, just kissing this final apex. Very straightforward track. And over and across the line in a 1 minute 7.96. Park up somewhere safe, have a sandwich. Okay, now for the breakdown. Okay, so as you see, so just before this 1 marker on the left hand side, I'm going to brake up to about 65%. I'm going to trail it off, drop it down to 4th gear, dropping it down to 3rd gear. Little bit of brake still touching on, and now we're back on the accelerator. Just easing off with the lift just to get that rear turned. Now fully back on the throttle nice and early. You can exit wide but don't go on the grass. Over to the right hand side. Start turning in. And then we're just going to do a little dab on the brakes, only up to about 30%. Immediately trail that off. Dropping it down to 2nd gear. And now we're wanting to get on the gas nice and early. So as you can see, I'm back on 100% throttle. Middle of the corner. Try and hold it round to the left so that you can get back across and use the camber of the road here. Exit nice and wide. Up to 4th gear. And then once we get to this curbing, we want to go onto the curbing. And then we start our turn in. And we're going to do a big lift, almost down to nothing. We want to actually clip this curb here. The suspension's nice and soft in this fixed setup. And we're back on 100% throttle nice and early. You want to make sure that you're not running across this grass up ahead, because that will be an off track. And then this final braking zone. So it's just as we're sort of in the middle of this entrance road, or coming up to this entrance road on the right hand side. We're braking a straight line really quite hard up to 90%, dropping it down to 3rd gear. We're still trailing off, dropping it down to 2nd gear, dropping it down to 1st gear on this apex. And then as we come through that, we're going to go straight back onto 100% throttle now. This bit's nice and easy. It's full throttle all the way through, kissing the curb, exiting wide. People will end up on the grass there this week. And there we go. One final time with the driving line on coming up. Okay, here it is. As always, guys, thanks for the support. I've been Sambo iRacing, and I'll see you guys in the week. Cheers.